And we're going to be seeing a Bloodseeker in the safe lane.
Which is actually one of the laners that might be able to pressure Dragon Knight, right? It all comes down to individual skill at the end of the day. But Dragon Knight's well known for being able to get a stable amount of farm out of the lane and not lose it too hard thanks to Dragon's Blood. Lina
Well, that doesn't matter,
yeah.
right? Dragon Knight's going to be mid.
Yeah, no, I'm saying against Mikoto mid.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Jackie. Okay, I got you.
I'm saying literally...
I'm picking up what you're putting down. We're on the same page again. It's been our first, third game in a hot minute, like, across multiple tournaments.
Oh, Masaros, our eyes on him, but so are the execration. Safe lane Palos. Has he bitten off a mid more than he can chew? Masaros gets that first blood. Once again, it's DJ just setting up for the squad. Last auto attack Masaros. He's able to just juke around the tree line. The vision, he's playing with him. The range creep will spot him out. The last auto attack, the region. Are you kidding me? He's just being able to walk out of there and the disruption just in time. But Saros walks free. And oh man, one last frame break. The damage. The regen, it's just too much. He'll be fine here, and that's not how you want your lane to start out.
No, and Yoden's got to be careful, right? If he gets hooked by Masaros, he still might die, whether or not Masaros has HP or not.
Yeah, just get melted in an instant. Really nice play from Masaros to just juke around that tree line and buy enough time for DJ spells to come off cooldown. Help him out there.
Absolutely. BKBs are going to be crucial for all of the cores this game on Bleed now that we're talking about it, right? Every single one of them needs it.
Yeah. Lawson with the rotation over, not going to be able to stop Drake from just landing a stun, but able to at least secure the water rune for Mikoto. Oh, great. Lawson, he's just running it.
Lawson's dead.
Oh my goodness, Peloson. Okay. Well, that's not what you wanted. The tip to come out.
Yeah, tip. He deserved that tip. You deserve that tip, Peloson.
Yeah, I mean, that's I know last game was hard, buddy, but I know it's enticing. It really applies for the Pudge, but everybody else, they have their ways of getting it, right? Like, so that you can send in the Shadow Demon illusions. Peloson can act like a meat shield. You're running through, trying to commit. Palos comes through, Twin Gate. Should be able to pick up his first Essence Shift stack of the game straight into his pocket. That's kind of the problem with the Timbersaw. You can't threaten the tower yourself, so you need to bring allies to kill them off, and then you're relying on the creeps to do it for you.
Denied.
Well, the Sixes overall have been hit a lot sooner than Bleeds. That comes down to these supports kind of ganking instead of sitting in lane soaking XP.
Palos, who's looking for more now. Jackie's still at that level 5. Very enticing target. Yoey, he's coming in. Uh-oh. This Bloodseeker's in trouble by his own tier 2. The stun comes out and Palos will be able to mop him up. Doesn't have nearly enough HP to survive that. And nah, he's fine. Yeah, TP out. Level 6.
If Masaros finished that TP though, that could have been danger.
Get something done. Laguna Blade is off cooldown.
Now that you have Rupture and Dismember, I'd like to see Bleed bring in another core to this game.
Using the Shadow Demon ultimate. That's the timing that we were waiting for, but with Bosku and Yoey in the area, they need to retreat. A bit of a strange flame break casted right on the floor. That must have been a misclick. As Jotun trying to close the distance for the lasso, but can't afford to run straight into this overwhelming magic damage. Peloson still sitting at that level 4 though. Would love because of Avernus. Oh, blocked by the illusion. That's not what you wanted, but still they're able to claim the kill. Making use of both the Rupture as well as the Laguna Blade. DJ will be the one to pick that up.
They brought in more than one core, so that's even better than what I could ask for.
Action starter and the Orb of Corrosion. Such a great item this game against the Pudge and the Bloodseeker.
Absolutely, and the Abaddon as well, right? Like,
oh, true.
It's a value item.
Radiant's top tower is under
Smoke up now, coming into the triangle. They've set up the vision and they see Masaros. That's the kill that they want. Further dampen the already soggy game that he's been having.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Cuckoo revealing
It's a good way of putting it. It has been a soggy game. Huh?
It is.
There's a potential for it to dry out, but so far it hasn't been looking good.
Yeah, and you know what happens when you sort of leave wet clothes on yourself for too long? You start catching a cold and suddenly you're not as comfortable making these moves, and that's the best way to put it, right? Bleed. Every single move that they made so far, you can count them on one hand, and it feels like none of them have been really successful. The only one that really worked out is that 5-man rotation to the bot side.
Yeah, Bleed.
True. Are they going to be in position to be ruptured though? That's the question.
Yeah. And is Jackie willing to show his face to rupture them? He's smoked out with his team right now, so he's clearly looking for some sort of engagement with that rupture.
Yeah, Mikoto's presenting himself, but Peloson's in a great place to break the smoke. If they only lose this Abaddon, it's not too bad. If they want to respond though, the blink forward from the Dragon Knight. They found the Lina in some trouble, but nice creeps, and now Masaros holding his ground. They haven't really been able to connect meaningfully yet, but they're starting to pull back. The poor Abaddon, Peloson will go down. Meanwhile, Dismember on the backside, they've held onto the Timbersaw. Masaros narrowly survives, but the Lina, their initial target, she will go down. Yowie finds it, and Bleed, the heroes, they're crumbling. DJ's last one here, but he's just gonna go down. Oh, Bosco. Oh, classic Cuckoo. You can't really blame him for wanting to be part of the festivities, but that's gonna lose them 4 heroes as well as the tower. They want to punish the Lion for walking up so far though, but Mikoto, what can you find? They turn around stunned, but they're a bit too scared of Palos. Okay, the Rupture caught out on this slot. Jotun, he needs to pull out some moves here. A nice flame break. Stop that action and the Shadow Dance as well. Oh, Jackie, have you gone a bit too far forward? The hook out, narrowly dodging that last Chakram as Masaros able to fish his carry out of danger. The rest of the Bleed lineup, will they be quite as lucky? Jotun chasing on to Mikoto, who's run off to the side. You might have move speed, but you can't escape this stun. The waves, Yowie will say goodbye as DJ goes down to Palos as well. Got to Dismember. Oh, they're threatening onto this slot, able to Glimmer Cape away. With the Bloodseeker Thirst, they spot him out, and this will be a huge kill for them to get Jackie. Can he chase down this slot? Looks very much like it. As they chop him down to size. That is very much needed. A double kill as Masaros. No mana, but he's still standing his ground. That's it, Shiva's reveal. And a very much needed one at that. Salvaging that to sort of tune it back on Darling. You can't be diving like that on Palos. That's the one way you give that game back into Bleed's hands.
Any sort of aggressive move behind the tier 2 tower 20 minutes into the game is not going to work out in your favor unless you're a Dragon Knight, and that's about it.
Yeah, even then, I mean, I'd argue they wonder whether Yowie has enough damage. Nice hook out, Masaros trying to save him, but not against the Finger of Death. Drake already has the shot, which means Masaros won't be really able to do much in this engagement. The Abaddon's trying his best to keep him alive, and Drake falling low. Jackie seems to clean up. They got the Dismember out onto the Timbersaw as well, who's able to Timber Chain his way out of there and start to kite back Bleed. They're holding their ground here under this tier 2 and tier 1 area. And Black... Oh, not Blacklist. No, not Blacklist. That was almost a poke onto Yowie on Bosku. But yeah, the fear comes out. Oh, just gonna miss. Masaros, can you imagine if he snagged one of the supports? This Roche fight would have been so difficult for them. But re-smoke up. They're gonna find a different entry point into this fight. It is 25 minutes to reach Roche. He's going back home, like you like to say. And suddenly this positioning that Darling were having just gets completely forfeit. It's all on Bleed to set up the vision appropriate to try and defend this Roche that they might potentially go for. TPs come out in mass. Oh, the tier 1 being still alive is so difficult for Bleed. Spot on Mikoto. Watch yourself, Lasso. Heard one. Looks like he's pulling back onto this poor Bloodseeker, and Jackie's just dead. Beautiful pick off from Jotun to find the carry of Bleed. And now Masaros in some trouble. Disruption will buy him some time, but Pelosa, he already knows it's time to go. They no longer stand a chance here in this fight. And it's all thanks to that Bat Rider and his keen eye. Initiate on whoever they want there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We have seen a few Dismembers go pretty much uncontested, but it didn't amount to anything. And that's the big problem.
We're seeing the problem with the Pudge as well, right? Even if you have a good or decent early game where you get item timings, somewhere down the line, it's such a difficult... I guess maneuver to try and make something out of a hook. You'll start dismembering out, but immediately there's the lasso, like we mentioned. Demonic Cleanse on this Pudge to try and help him out. As Mikoto able to start doing damage from the sidelines, he's got to watch his positioning though. As Jackie starting to come in and clean out, but he's dropping low as well. It's starting to work out for the Bleed side. Disruption going to keep him safe as Palos finally looking to retreat. Bosku will lose that first life of the Aegis. This is about as good of a fight as Bleed could have asked for, taking down 2 and the Aegis at the same time without losing their 2 most important cores.
And they sound the horn to retreat, which is perfect. It is a little bit, and that just is because you have so much map control.
Uh-oh, Jackie, no BKB, but again, DJ always there with his disruption to keep him in place. Taking a lot for Palos. Gets the Shadow Dance off in time, and no more save to get Mikoto out of there. Just go down. Really nicely done by Palos more than anything, just timing his spells just correctly. Taking advantage of the fact they don't really have any disable once Masaros is down.
That was a lot of disrespect going both ways.
Yeah.
Right.
Bleed losing qualifiers on Blood Hero. App. Bleed winning qualifiers on Blood Hero. App. We don't know what's gonna happen yet. 15k gold lead. I can't help but feel like there still is an angle for Bleed, although the margin is narrowing really quick. It's a nice disruptor again to stop Masaros from being under any threat, but with that lasso, they pull back DJ as well. A Photic Shield committed on this Shadow Demon, but now Jackie's in trouble. Forced to just BKB. Use up, will buy him some time, but it's actually an enemy use just for the setup. Poloson can't save him in time, and they lose two without any sort of just kind of snatch back.
Radiant's top
boy.
tower has fallen.
So this Linken's has been finished on Slark, and this is one thing that I'm a lot more happy about. Right, the Linken's on Slark is going to do a lot more in this game because you don't have too many ways of getting rid of it.
Be careful, jump in straight away. Yoe, they're on to Jackie. The 4-stars will save him. DJ forced to buy back as well as Masaros. Have they committed a bit too deep? The Pudge, he's in the middle of everyone on the enemy team. Just getting disrupted, saving him for now. But he's falling so low. Ogre Seal Totem gets him out to safety, and Bleed managed to hold. Go 12 regen on Dragon Blood and armor.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like this game you could definitely make a case for the AoE Dragon Stun.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It would be pretty cool to see. For now, both teams tempting fate here in this mid lane. Masaros will be the only one who shows himself. But once again, it's Yoe into the mix, the disruption. To pull him out of there, suddenly this battlefield has gotten a bit dangerous. Here comes Bosku among the tree line. Found Mikoto. It's a nice Photic Shield to fish him out of there, and the BKB immediately popped. There goes Jackie straight onto the Timbersaw. They're trying to work him down. Laguna will end up Lagunaing himself, but Cuckoo can't get out of here. On the backside though, Masaros gets cleaned up by Palos, and here comes the big bad Slark looking for Polosan as well. Trying to TP out, but I believe there's a second pounce available. No, not even needed. Brick is there with the Hex. They found a second. They at the very least get Cuckoo, but they need to flee now. Okay. Standing up onto Yoe, but like we mentioned, he is so tanky, and you can't afford to stand around with Palos.
There are quite a lot of heroes that you need to ban out against Darling, right? You can't give them this DK anymore, I feel like. They've been too prominent on it, too good and willing to flex as well. DK's just been a key hero for them recently.
Yeah. And for those of you on this stream, the whole way you might have missed it, but the Aurora versus Neon matchup obviously has ended. It's been a while. It'd be funny if it somehow went longer than this. Great if they've lassoed Mikoto down to the low ground, but no follow-up for now as Palos isn't able to connect. They'll put the sentry down, Hex up as well. Mikoto, he can't afford to die here. He doesn't have buyback. He's trapped in the middle of the whole side of Darling. As the fight's getting a little scattered, they aren't really able to connect on any meaningful target. They've already lost the first life on the Dragon Knight, and the Dragon Form no longer is available. Another hook through Masaros. There he goes. It's a beautiful triple stun though. Drake, essentially a Ravage. They're setting up. Meanwhile, Yoe desperately just trying to play objective gaming as Cuckoo tanking up so much. Masaros finished off by the finger, and he's out of the picture. Disruption will keep Jackie alive for now, but the hopes bleed draining from their faces. The blood as GG is called. They are out of the tournament, and would you believe it? A crazy reverse sweep from the side of Darling, and they'll be one of your top 3 teams remaining in the Southeast Asia Close Qualifiers for DreamLeague Season 22. Unreal series.
A lot of people were questioning if Darling could do it, right? There were a few memes like,